I'm checking gyro flux controls. Yes, what? Do something! Put your finger here until I tell you to let go. That ought to do it.
Now that things are back to normal, where the blazes are we?
The screen?
It's black. The projectionist has gone home.
It works. Just needs to adjust to the light outside.
But where do you think we are?
I haven't the faintest idea.
We're not still on Earth?
Oh no. No, Susan, adjust the view parameters.
We're on the moon.
It could be. But there's several million planets in your galaxy alone that look like that. Swing around.
Not a sign of life anywhere. After our last adventure, I don't know whether to be glad or sorry. But it's beautiful. With all that silvery light, it's beautiful.
Dead.
It's both at the same time. Takes your breath away.
Well, it's not wholly dead. There's enough atmosphere to support our lives. See the readings? Slightly less than Earth gravity, no radiation, and no carbon gases, so there was never any plant life as we know it. See if you can get a visual fix on the stars.
Gee, look at that.
It seems to be hanging in the sky. Do you think it could be a spaceship of some kind?
I doubt it, not that size.
Somebody built it, that's for sure. So we're not alone here, wherever here might be.
Look at the way it shines. It must be a spaceship of some kind. But who would design such a lovely luminous thing and build it in the middle of a dead world? Uncle, we would need a signal of some kind. It had to have come from there.
Yes, the question is whether they sent the signal deliberately, or whether we just stumbled on it before we were properly orientated.
How can you find out?
I can't. Oh, unless we contact whatever intelligence might be there and ask.
A more important question yet. Can we get away now if we want to?
Oh, we can try.
Oh no! Don't try yet, Uncle. I want to get closer to it. I want to see if it's really hanging in the sky.
We can do that.
You mean you can maneuver this thing around like a helicopter?
You have a talent for choosing the most primitive analogies, Mr. Chesterton. Just watch the screen.
No, don't go near it! I can't explain it. It looks cold and beautiful and dead. It wants us to come near it. Doesn't any of you feel it? I just want to see it. All of it.
Yes, I'm curious too.
This is women's intuition?
It's the real thing. It's nothing to laugh at.
I'm not laughing, Miss Wright. You may not know it, but your women's intuition is closer to what powers this TARDIS than any of the fuels or rocketry or electronics of your world. I feel the same way as you, so I won't be taking any silly risks. We're going to fly around it, and then over it, and if anything happens, we'll return to free flow. Watch the screen.
It's well anchored in the ground, all right, but what a place to build it.
And it glows. The material itself glows.
Up we go.
It must be about 5 acres.
Have you seen enough?
Yes, I'm beginning to feel like Miss Wright. No, wait, look, something's happening.
What sort of engineers are these people?
Get away, Doctor, please get away.
I can't. The controls aren't responding.
Well, do something. Try the free float now.
It's no use. The controls are dead. We're being pulled down. Slowly, but brace yourselves anyway. Landing. Now.
Whoever they are, they don't want us damaged.
But they do want us. And now they've got us. Well, the screen went dark, so the roof must have closed in after us. It's still dark.
Which means it still must be dark outside.
What's the atmosphere like?
No change.
Then we can go outside?
Now that could be a fault in the TARDIS.
Look, the screen is lighting up. And still no sign of life.
Open the door, Doctor. I'm going outside.
Me too.
Well, be careful. I'm going to be conducting repairs on the TARDIS.
Can I help you?
Certainly.
Don't worry. If we so much as see a fly, we'll be back in here like scalded cats.
Is it real?
It is real if the smell is anything to go by.
I feel like I haven't eaten for days.
You and me both. Tal Hot in the caves of Za was nothing to write home about.
Oh, please, can I try one?
No. Don't your readings include the story of Hansel and Gretel?
Eating the gingerbread house?
Yes, and being fattened up for the witch's supper. Feel this.
It's like a metal of some kind.
Yes, I bet it's the same stuff the outer skin of this place is made of.
With the same luminosity. But look, Mr. Chesterton, there's 7 chairs. Only 6 cloaks.
Yes, I wonder what the prize is for finding the missing cloak.
You're a rotten cheat, Mr. Chesterton.
I was just being a guinea pig. There was a bit of that bird on my finger.
You mean you can trace any fault in the TARDIS just by looking at these diagrams?
Circuits, Miss Wright. And not only can I trace them, but I can direct the TARDIS to conduct her own repairs. You see, a flashing red light appears at the point of the fault and continues to flash until the repairs are complete.
I can't stand this terrible silence.
It's intentional. Everything here is intentional.
Then I'm gonna break it up. Shall I?
Sure, let them know dinner is served.
Listen.
Do it again.
There it is again.
See if you can see them.
Oh, it's alright. It's just Susan banging away at a gong. They seem to be having fun.
No sign of our hosts?
No. Have you found anything yet?
Nothing. The lighting mechanism is working perfectly. The maintaining circuits, nothing wrong with them. Yet we seem to be gradually losing power, and I don't understand it.
What's that?
I don't know. I've never seen that before. Wait a minute. I know what that is. That's the hyperdimensional neutralizer circuit. That's what's supposed to take us in a free float. And that is the signal. But we're here, so why is it still flashing?
It can't be empty of life. A place as big as this? It just can't be.
We've made enough noise to wake the dead.
That's it.
What?
It's lifeless, but not dead. It's automatic. This must be some kind of an outpost for some civilization on this planet or another planet altogether. Travelers are beamed in as we were. A meal is left. It's all automatic.
Who leaves the table spread and cooks all the food?
The ones who were here before.
I suppose it could be that.
Thinking of that, I don't feel so quite afraid. I'm gonna see what's in here.
You stay with me.
Please, Mr. Chesterton. We're not gonna learn anything if we don't explore.
What is this for?
Well, that doesn't work. Oh, they're terrible, Mr. Chesterton. We have to leave.
Hey, control yourself, girl. What's so terrible?
Those things in there, they came out of the walls.
What, living beings?
I don't know. Their faces were all...
Wait a minute. I flipped this switch and I heard a noise like an electric generator, and then you screamed. Wait here, hold on. I'm gonna see.
Please don't leave me, Mr. Chesterton.
Don't worry, it'll only be a moment.
Nothing. Not a fault in the entire system. Yet the power drains away like water. Even the emergency power is draining.
Turn it off then. Save it.
It's no use. It drained the power before I even turned it on.
Count it.
What?
1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Gone.
The TARDIS is dead. How? Why? What monstrous prison needs the power of the TARDIS?
The cannibal flower.
Cannibal flower?
It opens its petals and draws in the butterfly. In order to live itself, it must suck the life out of its victim. Do you remember how the lights dimmed in here and came on out there when we touched down?
So it began to live with the power of the TARDIS, is that what you're saying?
A horrible, monstrous machine that devours other machines. Is it so impossible?
Well, it could be done, but the mind that would make it, the mind that would want to make it.
And set it down in a dead world.
Miss Wright, I have a feeling the roles have been reversed. With the cavemen, we were their intellectual masters, and now...
But who or what are our masters?
All the power is gone from the TARDIS. The question is their hunger satisfied? Or is this just a way of paralyzing their true victims?
There's nothing we can do?
Nothing.
See? Nothing to fear. The first button on the arm of the chair puts them in ready position.
Ready for what?
I don't know. If your theory is correct and this is some kind of fully automated outpost, then maybe these things are programmed to servants of whoever comes here. Perhaps if I press the second button, they'll all trundle in and remove the dinner plates and then come back with port and cigars. I don't know.
Should we go through there?
Sufficient unto the day is the need thereof. It means one step at a time. Let's get back to the others.
Are you going to press the second button?
First, we see how the doctor's getting along with our one and only means of escape.
Ian, Susan, thank God you're safe.
Sure, we're sick.
Uncle, what's wrong? You look terrible. We have some bad news.
What's happened?
What's all this?
Don't worry, it'll keep. What's happened?
The TARDIS is dead. It's completely and utterly useless.
The TARDIS is dead?
Dead? What do you mean, dead?
Ian, please, the doctor said more than just a shock.
I checked over every possible circuit, every system.
Do you remember how the lights dimmed in the ship and at the same time came on out here?
Yes.
We think there might be a connection between the two.
Your interior remains extra-dimensional, but that's all she has.
And this connection, you think the whole of this place is running on our power?
It's possible. But it couldn't have been built to trap us, or anyone like us. I mean, the builders of this place couldn't have known we existed.
Susan is right. Look at this table. There's enough food here to feed a regiment of guards. And it's our kind of food. It's food to sustain our kind of life. Look over here. Robots. Each one exactly the same. They swung into position when I flipped this switch. There's two more. I haven't touched them yet.
Someone was expected here, and it wasn't us. And whoever it was, it may have just been a stopover for tea and buns to them, but for us it's a trap. And we're well and truly caught.
And have you ever seen such bait?
Exactly. I say we spring the jaws of this trap. First we'll make a sizable advance on the food, and then afterwards, we'll hit those other switches, and maybe we'll find out who they did expect.
But the food, it might be poisoned.
Another glass of wine for you, Barbara?
Oh, I wish I could, but I can't.
What about you, Susan?
Do you have to ask?
No. Here's to automation.
How do you feel now?
Well, I read once that disaster on an empty stomach breeds only despair, but on a full stomach, a mild case of indigestion.
Well, at least we know we're not poisoned.
I knew it wouldn't harm our physiologies.
What about us?
Well, you're all right, aren't you? About our hosts, our unknown jailers.
Now that we've eaten their food and we haven't been poisoned or drugged, do we flip a switch?
Opinions?